Hello everyone. Today I want to discuss an important topic. Actually, we are supposed to speak about selective breeding. I'll do that video later, but I wanted to cover this topic from very long time, but I faced a problem, so I'm doing it now. Actually, lot of people in the videos they say about organic farming, especially regarding dairy farm or breeding farm, they are feeding organic and all. They say, but only they think about the fodder which they grow, whether it is grain fodder or dry fodder, they might grow. But 99.9% of the people or beyond that, they get concentrated feed from outside itself, right? So even I used to do from past 12 years or so. I mean, like everyone, but a few days back I faced a severe problem. Like multiple cows, they have almost died, but somehow luckily because of my friend's help, there is a good doctor on time, and I could have reacted, and because of that I could have saved them. But the problem, the core issue here is that we will be mixing different ingredients, right, like cotton cake, corn flour, then maybe the husk of probably green gram or wheat, something like that. So in certain ingredients in the market, they are having poisonous elements. Okay, this I have realized long back when one of my friends said that there is a farm here nearby Hyderabad somewhere. So they opened a farm with cows and buffaloes, and after maybe 10-12 months or so, like gradually cows are becoming weak and they are dying. They are giving good amount of green fodder, dry fodder, mineral mixture, calcium, everything, all the nutrition. Still they are, somehow they are dying. They are becoming weak. They are becoming non-productive and all. So I mean, he couldn't sustain, and he has sold the cattle and all. Then but before that he had tested blood samples of all the animals, but he couldn't find anything. But later on someone suggested him to test the feed. So that is when he tested the feed. He realized that this is moong dal. I mean this green gram husk, the upper layer, whatever we mix for the fiber content, that is what is having some poisonous content, it seems. So that is where we have found the issue is with some green gram husk and all, the content which we give for fiber and all. So I knew this years back, but okay, I have just left it because something didn't happen to me. Okay. Then probably few months back, one of my friend, his name is Manoj Bhai. He is a doctor, veterinarian actually, a very good experienced doctor, and he has got dry fodder. They mix multiple dry fodders and feed to the cattle. One of the ingredients is again the same green gram, the dry fodder, the plant what they give after the leftover crop, that they feed as dry fodder, right. So there north side they feed peanuts, dry fodder, like in Gujarat they feed sorghum, they feed peanut one, then they feed this green gram, etc. Okay, guar they say, and that all. So he got some fodder from some nearest shop and all. He fed to his cattle. This is dry fodder. The previous example is about concentrated feed. This is about fodder. Huh? After feeding, within few hours, like all the cattle are showing the symptoms of poisoning and all. Because he is a doctor himself, professional doctor, experienced doctor, he has saved his cattle by giving all the anti-poisonous elements through IV and saline for all his cattle and all. I mean, production and all will decline and all, but at least he has saved the animals from dying. Now this happened few months back. So knowingly I started, then he suggested that, being a doctor, he never used something called toxin binder. Remind this, like we use mineral mixture, we have to use toxin binder in our concentrated feed. That is when he himself started using that, it seems, because if you use this toxin binder in your concentrated feed, if there is any toxicity through any molds or something, or any mycotoxins or this kind of poisoning also, to an extent, good extent, it can prevent animals from suffering. Not, it won't take to that extent. So what happened was, I even he suggested me to use, I am using it. In the meantime, my this toxin binder has completed, that bag is completed. I have asked my medical shop to get it. in this 10-15 days period, when we get new feed stock, right, I got this again green gram, that husk one, I got a new bag which I didn't realize, and they were feeding and my cattle were becoming very weak. The production has declined lot, maybe beyond 50-60% it has declined. Cows have become weak. I didn't understand, then I realized within 2 to 3 days that this one particular element, a new stock has come. But again 3 to 4 cows, they are almost dead. Somehow luckily we have saved them through better treatment, timely reaction and all. Throughout India, a lot of places we do not have proper treatment, proper doctors, right. I mean, so my suggestion is that please try to use toxin binder in your feed, and like knowingly also, though I am using, I was careless for few days. He is saying that I will get you tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that. He has, my medical shop person has delayed by 10-15 days, and in the meantime only I got a new stock, you see. I mean, a little bit of carelessness, I could have gone to city and got it, but I mean, what will happen, it has never happened, right. So we just will become a bit careless, and that has showed this much bifurcations and all. But my simple suggestion is that if at all you mix your feed on your farm, then you have to definitely use this toxin binder, because a lot of people think that previously we do not use to get animals, your cattle immunity might be good and all. Even I used to think that why something is happening in the past few years, 1 or 2 years and all. But yes, the chemical spraying and all is increasing a lot in the past few years, and going forward it will be increasing a lot. Okay, you can compare anywhere. And when I contacted to multiple friends in my North India area, everyone is saying that toxin binder is like mineral mixture for us. We know that, I mean, North India they use a lot of chemicals and all, it seems. So it is mandatory for them, it seems, generally. But in South India we do not use that much. Okay. And one important thing what I want to say is that it is not about pesticides or insecticides. There is a spray, I do not know what you called, for paddy and maize, we get some pesticide kind of thing. If we spray that, except that paddy crop, rest all any other weed or any other plant, they will die. Okay. So what people are doing in North India is, when the crop has completed, I mean it is fully grown, what we will do, we have to wait until it get dried, and then we have to take the crop and then again sun dry them for few days, then we have to sell. So it will take 1 month of time for a fully grown crop. It could be, let us say, green gram. So I mean from today, if at all the seed size is completely green and all, now over the period of time it will become dry, and then after few days of sun drying we will sell that. But what happens, these people are spraying that one, so that this crop will die within 2 to 3 days, it will dry. So they are just simply spraying this, making this plant die and dry within 2 to 3 days, and selling the crop in the market. And this I mean the products whatever they get, they are selling in the market, and this fodder is going for cattle. So unknowingly you are getting poison onto your plate and onto your cattle. So just be careful, like whatever you are feeding, where you are getting the crop, and I mean you can't even avoid that, but at least try to be careful whenever you are using this new product, like you get some new feed from a new brand. You just be careful, because you do not know what will happen, and make sure that you get this toxin binder as a mandatory thing. If at all someone is using branded products like Godrej company or some other company, nowadays NDDB is producing feed pellets and all. This, like companies which are producing, generally they include this toxin binder as well. But most of the people, we generally mix our own ingredients and will prepare, right. So make sure that you have this toxin binder in place when you are mixing your feed. Okay. Thank you.